Hey, Bruce, well, a lot of actors early on in their careers, they do some TV commercials. I noticed you're wearing blue jeans. Didn't
Yep.
you? Didn't you do a?
I did a Levi's 501 jeans ad I'll tell you exactly when it was. It was March 19th. Actually, it was March 20th, the day after my birthday, 1984. I'd started a play in New York on that day called Fool for Love that
Sam Shepard
became a seminal part in me moving on to Hollywood. But that day, I was in Central Park shooting a jeans ad for Levi's. Still have the jeans; they're all ripped up and raggedy now. But if anybody's watching from Levi's, I'm almost due for another pair.
Now, the audition for that, you didn't have to put on a pair of jeans and have somebody check out your butt on that, did they? Or
Yeah, I did actually. There was guys there with calipers checking the size of my ass. No, they didn't. I actually just came in and played some harmonica for them. You asked the question, man. You opened the door to that. No, I came in and played some harp for him and got the gig.
You go through so many different looks in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
How big of a workout for the hairdresser on this?
Well, it was a bunch. We had a bunch of different wigs and I had my hair dyed for a while but that's the guy. That's the Jackal. It's kind of interesting living in that gray area of having 7 passports and being able to move from country to country and not ever having anyone know who you really are. I think it's an interesting point at the end of the film that they say we never really did know who this guy was.
Were you ever tempted to just walk around and see if people recognize you with a different look?
Well, I was able to actually do something that I seldom get to do in real life, and that is be anonymous for a little while in some of those disguises because it looks so different than how I look.
It's funny when I see videotape of you at like Planet Hollywood openings and people like shouting out your name and all that.
Mm-hmm.
How good are you at assessing people? I know because sometimes people are polite to you, probably sometimes they're rude. Can you pretty much match a person up pretty quick when they come up to you?
No, I have no idea really. I mean, who knows? There's so many far more negative things associated with that insatiable, compulsive desire to be around people that work in movies or people that are famous. That and you've talked about a lot of the stories about tragic things that happen because of that. It's getting stranger and stranger. The world is getting more peculiar and more peculiar. There's a very interesting book by Gavin de Becker called The Gift of Fear that he makes a point that for a lot of people they would rather be wanted by the police than not wanted at all. And when I read that, I went, oh yeah, God, it's pretty frightening because that whole John Hinckley thing and with Mark David Chapman, you get famous if you kill someone famous.
Okay, great. All right, thanks a lot.
On that note,
Yeah,
go see the Jackal, folks.
Yeah.